We have often heard the saying, curiosity killed the cat. As human as we are, there are a lot of things that continue to pique our interest. That said, we often ask a lot of questions, and we mean a lot. Today's episode will discuss the strangest mysteries that surround the Bermuda Triangle. Before we start, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notifications of our videos. Some people believe the idea of humanity being nothing but a speck of dust in the grand scheme of things. As we are made to believe that life outside our planet exists, it is a little bit hard to grasp despite the existence of little pieces of information. However, the little pieces of information slowly being given to us is not enough to answer the question, are we alone? And that's not the only question we have asked for a long time. Who built the Stonehenge? Did aliens build the pyramids? Does the Kraken exist? Are mermaids real? There is a long list of questions that prove that it's part of human nature to seek knowledge. But how can we begin to answer such questions when we cannot even fully explain what's behind the strangest mysteries surrounding the Bermuda Triangle? Well, we have to admit, Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda on their own are among the best vacation spots in the whole world. However, the lines between these areas make up one of the deadliest areas on the planet, and yes, that is where the Bermuda Triangle is located. People have referred to this specific location as the Devil's Triangle. You may have heard how things go bump in the night. Well, here, things just somehow vanish and disappear. Another mystery that has not been solved yet. Most of the strangest disappearances that happen over the Bermuda Triangle involve aircrafts and ships. Some say it's caused by supernatural, but logical people have reasoned out that it may be due to magnetic areas in the triangle. Among the disappearances that happened over the Bermuda Triangle, one did catch the attention of a lot of people. Number 1. Flight 19. Flight 19, a crew of 13 student pilots, was never recovered. They consisted of 5 Avenger torpedo bombers left the Naval Air Station at Fort Lauderdale, commanded by Lieutenant Charles Taylor. Almost 2 hours into their flight, Lieutenant Charles communicated with the base that their plane's compasses weren't functioning. He mentioned that they were over the Florida Keys and the control tower kept giving them directions as their communication signals worsened. This went on for a while until nothing was heard from Flight 19. A rescue mission consisting of 13 people was also sent to find Flight 19, but then they also disappeared. This led the U.S. Navy to report this case as cause unknown. But the people on board Flight 19 and the rescue team were not the only ones who mysteriously vanished in the Bermuda Triangle. Number 2. USS Cyclops. Back in 1918, the USS Cyclops, with a total of 306 crew members and passengers, also became another mystery that happened in the Bermuda Triangle. The collier operated between the East and the Caribbean as it serviced the Atlantic Fleet. As soon as it fueled its ships in the Brazilian waters, it embarked from Rio de Janeiro, then came into Barbados. That was the last known location of the USS Cyclops. The ship, as well as its 306 crew and passengers, were never heard from again. And then, another aircraft also disappeared in the year 1948. Number 3. DC-3 airliner NC-16002. It was the DC-3 airliner NC-16002 flight piloted by Captain Robert Lindquist, carried over 2 crew members and 29 passengers from San Juan. The flight was headed to Miami. Once it was 50 miles away from Miami, Captain Robert asked for landing instructions, but there was no reply. Everything went radio silence. Then, the DC-3 commercial was never heard from ever again. Reports have claimed that the plane suffered electrical difficulties and a low battery power. But no strong evidence has led to believe such claims, making people turn to the supernatural that lingers around the Bermuda Triangle. However, the Bermuda Triangle is not just a place where planes go missing. Number 4. Sylvia El Asa. In 1976, a Panamanian ship, the Sylvia El Asa, was no stranger to the waters of the Bermuda Triangle. It regularly followed its route near the mysterious area, until one day, she fell victim to the mystery that continues to surround those waters until today. She vanished without a trace along with her 37-member crew. Until now, the Coast Guard continues to search for clues about the disappearance of the 590-foot ship. Number 5. The SS Marine Sulphur Queen. Another ship that was ruthlessly claimed by the mysterious waters is the SS Marine Sulphur Queen. It was a tanker that carried a load of molten sulfur. The ship disappeared over the coast of Florida in 1963, along with its 39-member crew. And like most cases, they disappeared without a trace. The previous investigation mentioned that the ship was in such a questionable condition, which could be the reason for its disappearance. However, these were only speculations. Until now, no one knows what really happened to the Sulphur Queen. And if we thought that the Bermuda Triangle was all about collecting vessels and aircrafts, then maybe it's true. Number 6. Flight 201. Flight 201, a Cessna that left Fort Lauderdale in 1984, was headed for the Bimini Island in the Bahamas. Unfortunately, it never made it to the Bimini Island, but it did make its way to the Bermuda Triangle's collection. The passengers, including the pilot and the co-pilot, were all experienced Cessna employees. Yet, something still went wrong. Not even halfway to its destination, the plane mysteriously slowed its airspeed at a significant rate. But no distress signals came from Flight 201. It immediately dropped from the air into the water as seen by a woman from the Bimini Island who reported the incident. Flight 201 completely vanished on the radar, and despite plunging into the sea about 2 kilometers away from the shore, there was no wreckage or survivors found. The same story goes on for most of the things that suddenly vanish in the Bermuda Triangle, but one story did lead to a halt in the production of such aircrafts. And last but not the least, the Star Ariel. Star Ariel, a Tudor 4th aircraft, the same as the Star Tiger, left Bermuda in 1949. The aircraft was en route to Jamaica with 7 crew members and 13 passengers. Captain J.C. McPhee even reported that things were going smoothly. Everything felt calm and okay until shortly afterwards, a cryptic message came from the captain. He reported that his frequency was changing. The control tower did their best to get in touch with the captain until there was nothing else but static, and then there was silence. A search party was then deployed to look for any traces, clues, or even small debris that could lead to the whereabouts of the Star Ariel. But still, no luck. The British South American Airways then decided to put a stop to the production of Tudor 4 aircrafts. We think the Bermuda Triangle likes ships and aircrafts a lot more than it does human beings. None of us know what makes this area scare off people, give off deadly vibes, but one thing is for sure. The curiosity of humanity we'll soon be able to give a logical and rational explanation as to why a lot of disappearances were linked to the area. What is in the Bermuda Triangle? Where do we even begin to know what's real and what's fictional? Do aliens actually use the Bermuda Triangle as their headquarters? Well, it could be. But what's your theory behind all these strange mysteries? Let us know in the comments section below.